With Salesforce.com, it's very easy to use things like validation rules or workflow to notify users of particular account statuses or any kind of information you need to key their mind to. You can even use Chatter to collaborate and update based on accounts, contacts, or any object or tab within Salesforce. But there are times where accounts or leads or contacts may require special attention. And rather than coding this directly with Visualforce or Apex, you can turn to the App Exchange to find a solution. In this particular case, a company called Riptide Software has created Riptide Popup Alerts. And this will allow you to alert your employees to any kind of relevant information that you may need on a particular account, contact, case, lead, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and install this directly into my production Salesforce instance. Put in my username and password as the administrator. I'll go through the terms and conditions and prepare to install this particular package. Now I can review the package installation details to see exactly what's being created. I hit continue, and I'll be ready to install this into my production Salesforce instance. Now I can determine whether I'd like only administrators to have access to this or grant access to all the users. I can even set users by profile. So for example, I'd like my salespeople to not be able to create this, but from a perspective of my sales management, I would like them to be able to create some of these keywords. I'm going to leave this open to all users right now and just hit next. Once I'm ready to install, I just hit the install button and Salesforce will notify me when the package has been installed. Now the install is complete, all I need to do is add the field and the new S control into whichever object or tab that I'd like to apply this pop-up setting to. In this case, I'm going to add it into my Accounts tab. So I'll go into my page layouts, going to edit my page layout, and the two things that I need to pay attention to are on the field side, my alert message, so I'll just drag that into my account, and then I'm going to take my S control, the pop-up alert, and I'll bring that in as well. Now I don't need this to be displayed. This is simply there as a bit of hidden code. So I'm going to resize this and change the height in pixels to 0. Now I can set this for my cases, my leads, my accounts, contacts, whichever object I'd like. Once I've saved that layout, I can now go into my accounts and have a look, for example, at one of my accounts here, Salesforce.com. Now, as an administrator or a manager, I might want to notify my employees that this account is past due. And please contact accounting. So now that I've put in my criteria, once I hit save, anytime that this account or whichever record you put it on is accessed, I'll be able to see this warning, which I need to accept before I can go in and access that object. Now, as an administrator, I could go back in and change this to say maybe it's a tier 1 account and just notify so that as soon as my employees access it, I'll be able to see whichever alert I need. A very simple and easy way to ensure that your employees are getting the most up-to-date information and being notified immediately of any very key information that you need them to see. Again, this is a very simple install from the App Exchange that allows you to extend your use of Salesforce.com.